Howdy! My name is Chloe. I am a sophomore biomedical engineer, but I'm also an academic peer mentor here at Texas A&M. Today, I will just be going through the registration process and commonly asked registration questions to help you put your best foot forward for the next semester and in the years to come. The first question many people ask is, when do I register? Your registration time slot is based on the number of overall hours you have. Typically, freshmen are the last to register unless you're an honor student, an athlete, or a student with approval from the Disability Resources Office. With that, to find your time slot, you will log into your Howdy portal and you will click on My Profile. Once you do, in the top right corner, you should see 3 boxes. Those 3 boxes should include your Howdy checklist, registration notices, and any holds. You want your checklist and holds to be 0. If they are not, you need to accomplish these tasks by the time of registration, which can be seen by clicking on your registration notice. Pay attention to which campus your time slot is under. If you're enrolled at the College Station location, the College Station time slot is your registration time. Another commonly asked question is, how do I know which classes to sign up for? If you have already completed your degree plan, you should refer to that. If you have not completed your degree plan, you can set up a meeting with your advisor through the Howdy portal, or you can Google your degree plan. The Texas A&M catalog will have the program requirements for most majors, and you can base your classes off of that. Another commonly asked question is, how do I prepare for registration? The biggest and best way that you can prepare for registration is to create a registration worksheet. To access the registration worksheet, you will log back into your Howdy portal and you will click on registration. This should bring you to a page that says, what would you like to do? If you click on registration worksheet, you will be taken to another page that asks which term you are looking to make a registration worksheet for. Select the term that is the next semester. This will bring you to a new page. If you click on Create a Registration Worksheet, 2 options will appear. If you have already created your degree plan, then you will be able to see it for the upcoming semester, and you can continue to look through the sections and professors that are offered for each of your subjects. If you haven't created your degree plan, you can click on Find Classes. Once you click on Find Classes, you can begin to find classes. So this can go about by going on subject, and you can type in either the full title of it, or you can type in the 4 digits that describe it. So for example, you can type in all of physics, or you can put PHYS. Then you will need to go to the course number and type which course you want to take. So if I want to take Physics 206, I would type in 206. Now, if you press search, something similar to my screen should appear. It's important to understand each subsection. Under instructors, you can see the various professors that are teaching the class. Under attribute, you can see which campus this class is at. If you are at the College Station campus, make sure to register for the College Station campus. Don't accidentally register for a McAllen or Blinn class. Due to the pandemic, we are still offering remote classes, face-to-face classes, or a mixture of the 2. It is very important that you look at the term type and select the option that you plan on doing. Under meeting types, you can see when the class meets. Under status, you can see how many slots there are for that class. If there is 0 out of 20 seats, that means the class is full. If you click on the name of the course under the title subsection, something similar to my screen should pop up. This will tell you even more information about this class. One of the most important things to look at is the restrictions for the class. The restrictions on my screen is that I cannot be enrolled in the English Language College. Checking the restrictions is important because if the restriction is applicable, you will not be allowed to register for that class. Another important thing to look at is the prerequisites for the class. You will not be able to register for the class if you haven't taken the classes listed before the class you're trying to take. Once you decide which class and section you want to take, you will press the Add button, and then you will press Save Registration Worksheet. This will be done for all of your classes, and then at the end, you will have your entire registration worksheet. Make sure that there is not any time overlap and that you have enough time in between classes to either walk to those buildings or to take a little break. Another commonly asked question is, how do I pick which section and professor I should take? one thing I suggest is looking at the grade distribution that the registrar office provides. This can be found by Googling TAMU grade report. You will then click the college of which class you want to analyze. You can Control F to find the class you're specifically wanting to analyze. This will be separated by professor. You can see the percentage of people of the class that got an A, B, C, D, or F. This can give you a small insight into the variation of grades between professors. Another resource that is not a Texas A&M provided resource is Rate My Professor. Basically, on this website, you can search professors and see what previous students have to say about the professor. This can be helpful because they will typically tell you realistically about the class. However, this is one person's experience. That person's experience may not be your experience. The last commonly asked question that we're going to analyze is, what do I do if I don't get the classes I put on my registration worksheet? If I'm going to be honest, this is probably a really high possibility. I would suggest making multiple schedules in Aggie Scheduler. Aggie Scheduler is another outside resource that can provide the ability to make multiple schedules. Registration worksheet is accurate. However, you can only make one registration worksheet. Aggie Scheduler provides the option of making multiple schedules, so if you don't get your top choices, you have backups. However, it is not always accurate because it is an outside resource, so always check back to make sure that the class is offered at that time on the official registration page in Howdy.
When you register, there is a strong possibility that you might not get all the classes that you want. My freshman year, I made my ideal worksheet and did not get any of the classes that I had signed up for. However, I still thoroughly enjoyed my semester. Preparing for registration is important, but understand that it is not the end-all be-all if you do not get all the classes and professors that you want. Also, a lot of registration times are super early in the morning. In the past, there have been server crashes due to the number of people that try to register at the same time. It is okay if you don't register right when your time slot starts. You still have all of your time slot, which typically is 2 days. The probability of more slots being opened is higher later in your time slot. So make sure to continually check back throughout your time frame. Even if you do not get the schedule you would prefer, even after your time frame, there's always open registration and add drop week. Try to check back during these times and just mend your schedule accordingly. And as always, if you have any questions, you can sign up for an academic checkup or swing by one of our offices during office hours. We are in Hullabaloo 125 and Commons Room 102. I hope this helped, and good luck on registration.